All right, welcome back, Pokemon GO players, to another episode of the Purified Podcast. Today is May 6, 2025. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Pokemon Trigger, please.
Yo. How you guys doing? It's been a great week. I felt really good yesterday from Cinco de Mayo. Yeah.
That's the reason why we're doing the podcast on a Tuesday. They never normally do anything.
Yeah, but this might be a first, if not very, very rare.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have podcasts on a Tuesday before, mostly because you were down here before, but
Yes.
that's just luck of the draw at that point. I think. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just like out of it right now. Should probably get some water, but I wanted to get this done for you guys because Chris loves this game too much. I mean, I love any Pokemon game right now.
Just like you do.
Just like everybody else. But yes. Quick reminder, we are part of the Pokemon Professor Network. Also, this episode of the Purified Podcast is brought to you by our Patreon. Everything we do here on the Pokemon Professor Network is powered by our community. You can join our community or support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. We offer a range of support tiers, various benefits. All patrons will gain access to our Patreon exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. Don't forget to check us out at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor. The wonderful shows on the network to check out every single time. So yeah, I mean, it's been about a weekend, a couple of days. Usually we either skip the entire week entirely and then go back to another week. But I think it's a lot of news to cover in 1 week, so we gotta get them going. So let's recap a little bit here and then. I know we're going a little too fast on the information right now, but I'm sure Chris had a nice margarita yesterday for Cinco de Mayo, anyways.
Yeah, that's gonna be in my recap. Yeah.
And make sure you did celebrate, of course, May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you. And Revenge of the 5th. So, yeah. We got plenty of Star Wars reference today for some reason. I wish Pokemon GO would do something like that. That would be nice,
Pokemon GO,
Star Wars
collab.
That will break the internet, I think. Especially because the Pokemon company has to greenlight it.
Pokemon X Disney.
Yeah. Disney and Lucasfilm. Yeah, that would be insane. But yeah, so we are in the midst of a couple of things here. If I can stop yawning, eventually. Drowsy power. Anyways, what event are we on right now, brother? I can't remember.
The Biggie Smalls event.
Oh yeah,
what is it called?
It's called the Growing Up event, actually.
Yeah.
So we got, Magikarp, we have Gallipots? No, Wimpots, right? Wimpots, yeah.
Wimpot, see.
I wouldn't be surprised if I see a Gallipots in the wild, but that would be insane. But yeah, it's actually a pretty nice event. Some really tough, extra large, extra small. We got Tandemons and Researchers, which actually I have something fun for you guys here.
You did not.
Yes, I did. And then of course we had Mega Kangaskhan raid day over the weekend. And then Sunday was actually a pretty chill day for everybody. So I guess, Chris, you gotta tell us what you got.
Yeah, pretty normal week for most of it. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't remember if we talked about. I'm pretty sure we did because I think Vanillite was like right before the podcast last week. So I think my first haul starts with a perfect Nimble.
Ooh.
Got on the Go Plus. I'll take it. And then I Go Plus a shiny Scyther. Always welcome. Got a wild shiny Swablu. I love that cotton swab. And then I caught a shiny Lickitung with some pretty good IVs, but like it's not gonna be getting used for anything.
Not even PvP. You probably already have your PvP Lickitung.
Yes. And then from a field research, I got an extra large shiny Swablu. So that was very nice. Other than that, there hasn't really been too much going on. Just hunting shadows. Oh my gosh. and like extra large Rookies have been really cool.
Yeah.
I will say before you talk about your haul, have you seen any extra large Magikarp?
No.
Okay, because that like going into this event, that is the one thing I really wanted to do was level up that fisherman badge.
Have you been into mostly bodies of water?
Not super close, but I
Yeah.
have seen like tons of Magikarp, tons of Whelmer.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen extra small and extra large Whelmer. Just
not Magikarp.
no different size of Magikarp.
Yeah, I've been. Now that I think about it, I think so too. Now the other problem that I have today is that I already transfer everything, so so it doesn't matter what extra large, extra small I
Nice.
have. So definitely something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So as for me, let's start with the shinies. I did get one. Actually, I got a shiny Delibird at some point in between, so that's pretty nice. I think that was from the previous event that we had, which was, you know what? I don't remember. Nobody cares at this point.
Was it the Spring into Spring?
Yeah, that one. You're right.
The one with like Eldegoss and stuff. I'm
Yeah. Was it? I think it was Tinkerton or something. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, that shiny level was pretty good. I also completed the time research, the time research for Vanillite's like extended community day stuff, and I actually got the shiny at the last one, so it has the background.
Oh, for the
Vanillite.
really?
Yeah, I got the shiny background one, which is actually insane because I mean I was hoping to get at least one of them because it's part of the collection. But hey, it's a shiny, it's a shiny.
And it was the one from the research.
Yeah, the time research you get that.
Oh
through,
my gosh!
I think if you buy the ticket, you get that time research, or I don't know if it's part of the continuous time research, but it is something that you get over time, like a couple of days after the complete day and all that. The first few encounters, I think you only get regular ones, and then the last one is the background one. So
yeah, they give you the free one at least, like for everyone, where the last one gives you the background. I just don't remember if you get a second one for paying it too. But that's still extremely rare.
Yeah, it is, especially because of the research that you actually do when you're out there playing Pokemon or during community day. They're not the easiest ones to find. So, and if you do, you have to like battle raids and hatch eggs, complete challenges, whatever the case may be. So it was nice. I also go plus a shiny Sandrew? ? I mean, I don't know. I guess it was part of it. I was able to play for 1 hour of the raid day for Kangaskhan. I did get a shiny, so I'm happy about that.
Ooh.
I was technically only hunting the XL since I already have my Hundo already. So it would be nice once I get to power up, but I wasn't able to do as much more that I wanted to. I only got a few extra large, so that's pretty nice in all sense. And then I guess I go plus my first shiny Wimpot, so that's pretty nice too. Bless.
Bruh, my friend got a shiny extra small one right in front of me. I was like, bro, turn that away right now.
It's like walk away.
I was so jealous.
As for Hundos, there is one Hundo that I got from the research today. It was the trade up Pokemon one, and it's a beautiful Tandemaus that I'm now going to evolve for everybody here for seeing.
Okay, I was gonna say, did you evolve a 3 family?
I'm about to see.
That is.
I had to wait for the
cool either
podcast
way.
for this. I'm actually kind of lucky that I got this literally an hour or two before we started, so because I finally completed the research. But hey, here we go. 3, 2, 1. It is going up and above.
Dun 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 dun.
And services. It is a 4 family. To the next Hundo, brothers and sisters. To the next Hundo.
Something I was curious about was for Tandemaus, it shows the evolution at the bottom.
Yeah, but it doesn't show the 3s if it's gonna evolve into 3s at random as it
Okay.
is. Yeah, so
Because the only one I know that it does is like the antique form, right?
yeah, so that's actually about to say that too. I was at work today and I saw a Synesty raid, and I have Synesty registered in the Pokédex, but this one was graded out, which I had something like that happen before, and when I did the raid,
for like Rockra.
it was still a phony one instead of the other.
Oh,
Yeah, so I don't know. I didn't want to test it. I also didn't want to do the extra or get the remote pass for it because I was just like, I'll eventually get it. I don't know why I'll have to waste 290 coins on it. But yeah, it was just one of those things that came about. I don't know if it actually makes sense, but Tandemaus doesn't have that evolution, so you just have to pray you get it if you can. So let me see on my Appleton. Oh man, I only have one Appleton. Oh yeah, try for everything else. Great. I forgot to trade them.
you'll
Yeah.
get more.
Yeah, I gotta get more Tire Apples and Sweet Apples, which surprisingly they're still spawning in the wild. They're a
is
little bit
one
rare.
It needs a lot to them.
Yeah, because
So
it's
I'm
like 20
hoping
each.
They boosted that because of that. But
Just wait until we actually get. Just wait until we get Sweet Apples. It's got like 200 of them.
Yeah. I will say like there was like a Gen 8 Pokemon I feel like we're missing out on that needs a lot of candy. I just couldn't remember what it was. Maybe I gotta look at the Pokédex.
Probably because I'm like blanking out right now. Yeah, I'll look at the Pokédex too with you. Let's see.
No, Appleton was the one for Galar. So
Yeah.
maybe it was Paldea.
Maybe. Is it? It's not Pawmi, right?
Pawmi, no. It was like one that is Titan. No, Titan. You don't need a lot of.
No. Give me gold. You need the coins.
Chemicals coins. I'm blanking on it right now, but I feel like there is one of them that you needed like an absurd amount of candy for that just wasn't spawning for this event, and I thought it was odd.
Yeah, I get you. I am trying to figure that out. I know Windpot is 400 candies to evolve, but that's not the evolution.
I'll think of it after the podcast, but it's killing me right now.
Yeah.
Oh
Definitely
my gosh.
something big. Is it Charcadet? No, it's just the 50 candies plus whatever. Tinkaton? No. I don't remember. Yeah, you're right. There was a Pokemon, and I'm sure somebody listening to this podcast in some point in the shape or form can let us know. Just tweet us or, I guess, X us, whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's not a bad event. Just like Chris mentioned, we will hope for more Magikarps. It just should be the most common spawn out of the entire thing, but I guess the devs said it's like, nah, we're not going to give them that big of a chance. You know, Niantic, I know we're going to leave us soon. I know you're going to, break our relationship here and then, but can you at least make sure that you give us what we want before you leave? Man. But anyways, yeah, so we got a lot of stuff to really cover for this coming weeks because there's actually a lot more than I expect them to be. So let's get right into it since, there's nothing much more we can say. We can go back and rating stuff, but I guess, the event itself is like a solid 7, maybe 8. Just because there's not a lot of raids that I really want to do anyway. So
yeah, I'd say probably I'd probably do a 7.5 or 8. Definitely a fun event. I like seeing the extra little, I don't know, sparkles come out for the extra large. I don't think sparkles is the right word, but it is very, very nice to see.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So.
Oh, I know what it was. Larvesta.
That's Gen 5, though.
Yes, but it needs 400 candy.
Yeah, I already dumped enough candies on non-Hondo, but I haven't evolved yet. I have not completed the dex for Unova, even though we had Unova tour now. Which, it was still kind of not existent at that point, but whatever.
He should be boosted for one of the future events for sure.
One day he'll be out of eggs. One day, eventually. Maybe not someday, but one day. Anyway, so let's get into the craziness of this event. Oh, I got my Giratina to get a boost from Omnus Wind. That's pretty cool. I'm just doing a Shadow Battle real quick. So very first event. Let's see what we got today. it is the takeover. So we did the previously talked about the takeover that's gonna happen during the Crown Clash taken over. So that's the reason why the event is so long, because we have a takeover anyways. The images are also very, very nice. This has starting, of course, on Wednesday, May 14th, so it's next week when it starts, to the 18th. I think the Clash thing is actually like a couple of days, like 5 days earlier to that or something like that. So, I mean, you gotta do rates anyways. So, makes sense. Anyways, the bonuses for this event, well, just like any takeover, Tingle Rockets will appear more frequently in stops and balloons. Charge TM can help you Shadow Pokemon forget the charge attack frustration, which is always a plus. And Pokemon's caught via 1-stars and 3-star Shadow Rays during the event will have a wider variety of attack, defense, and HP, which it doesn't actually go to 0 attack, which is what a lot of people want anyways. However, we have a brand new Shadow Pokemon to rescue from the clutches of Giovanni, and this Pokemon is, Trumbull please, the Alga.
OP.
Man, it's gonna be wild. I mean, we already have Palkia, right? We got Palkia. We just missing Giratina.
I think so, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're missing Giratina at that point. But yeah, so you will be able to save Shadow, the Alga, using a Super Rocket Radar, and chase down Giovanni, of course. You can claim this special research until the end of the Pokemon GO Bite and Mastery on June 3rd at 8 a.m. local time. I think I actually got to get to that point of that research. Oh yeah, I got Explorer. No, that's not it. Oh yeah, the Micro Mastery is actually opening up later. So that's pretty cool. Shadow Pokemon. So Sierra Cliff and Arlo will have different types of Shadow Pokemon since starting off this event once again. So that means new shinies to hunt. Hopefully they're good ones, because this ones were boring as hell. Then we have, of course, new Rockets. We have Shadow Slackoff, Shadow Inkay, Shadow Tyrum, and Shadow Amara. Interesting lineup, to say the least.
Definitely a really fun shakeup. Not like boring Pokemon.
I mean, Slackoff and Inkay definitely have some niche in the league. I mean, they will losing their defenses more, but they will do a lot of damage in between. So that's
Shadow Slacking and Gyms is gonna be funny too.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Then we have Shadow Raids. 1-star Rays will have Shadow Magnemite. I believe that can be shiny.
Yes, my buddy has 2 of them.
Oh, of course. Shadow Cyndaquil, which eventually will have more starters like Shadows. Shadow Murkrow, which is also a shiny possibility. And Shadow Spoink. Is that a new one? No, we had Spoink before.
Spoink is wild.
I don't know why they put it in 1-stars, but whatever. 3-star Rays, we have Shadow Lapras. Very good. Shadow Palmswine and Shadow Garter. Decent lineup, I guess. Lapras is interesting because
strong ones.
Yeah, Lapras is definitely one that a lot of people are looking forward to, because they get the ability to get one. And shiny. Yeah, it is shiny. 12-kilometer eggs. So beginning with this event and continue afterwards, Larvitar and Pawniard will be available in 10-kilometer eggs and will no longer be available in 12-kilometer eggs. So I have mixed feeling about this. Now, it's nice that I don't have to walk 12 to just hatch a Larvitar. It's nice to have Pawniard in the 10, but I don't think I want Larvitar in the 10K pool either.
Yeah, that is kind of odd, huh? I mean, with Pawniard out, that leaves 6 possible hatches in the 12-kilometer egg pool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. That's why I'm having a little like existential crisis against this pool. I mean, it's nice because that means that we're gonna probably get more added to the 12-kilometer pool, which will allow us to get better Pokemon in that sense. But Larvitar has been, of course, a staple on the 12-kilometer egg pool for a while, so for a good chunk of the time, actually.
I don't mind them putting it in 10-kilometer egg pool for like the people that need Tyranitar, because Tyranitar is like one of the best raiding Pokemon in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or for fighting Rocket Grunts.
Yeah.
But yeah, for us, it's gonna be stressful hatching a 10-kilometer egg, hoping to get one of those nicer hatches, and then hatching a Larvitar.
At least until Carbon becomes shiny this summer, but you know.
Oh my gosh.
Field Reach stacks will be available to earn fast TMs, charge TMs, and mysterious components, which is like a PvP dreamer. just because we got to do that. There is a pay time research for $4.99 or equivalent to your local currency, which will reward you with 1 Super Rocket Radar, 2 Premium Battle Passes, and encounters with event team Pokemon, including Nidoking wearing a crown, Nidoking wearing a crown, and more. Is this No, this is not the same one as for the actual time research we have for the other event, right?
That's an interesting one because it's not named, is it?
No, it's not. But I'm gonna check it right now. Let's see. Crown Clash. No, Crown Clash didn't actually have a
the rocket radar and stuff.
No, it doesn't even have a pay time research.
Oh,
so this is being added to on top of what we already had, which we didn't have anything. So it's literally 0 to 1. But it is adding the ability to encounter the Nidoking and Nidoking at that point. So, I mean, it's not bad if you're looking for the shinies, but at that point, you should probably just rate them. In my opinion, at least. Then Pokemon Showcases, of course, we enter with the 10 big Pokemons, and there is a Crown Clash Ultra Ticket box, which is basically the same pay time research box, which you can get in the web store for $4.99 with a bonus Max Survive and 10 Ultra Balls at no additional costs. Just give me a goddamn Raid Pass, brother. That's all I need.
Yeah, and any day.
I basically just trash the damn Ultra Balls half the time. Well, not the Ultra Balls, the Max Revives.
The Max Survive.
Yeah. But that's the event. That is the taking over. Seems pretty interesting. And some of the Pokemons that are going to be Shadow Pokemons from now on. Of course, this is a forever game, so we're probably ever going to see every single Pokemon as a Shadow eventually. In about 20 years from now. Not even that. Because at the rate that we actually get a takeover with new Shadow Pokemons, we basically won't even see half of the current decks until maybe another 2,000 years later. But so.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's every 3 months when we get new shadows, unless, there's an event that specifically counters shadows. But, it's like, this is the only one per every three seasons, every 3 months. So we get 4 seasons out of the year. No. Yeah, about 4 seasons out of the year. And each season at least has a 1 takeover in between. So that's 4 out of however many Pokemons we have in the pool. and growing. So
yeah, it does take a while to get some new shadows for sure.
Yeah, so I'll be 100 at one point. I'll be like, new shadow Pokemon, Shadow Cyndaquil Shiner is finally available. Oh my god.
You'll see me out on the streets. Yeah.
we're gonna see our kids yesterday. It's like, grandfather, what did you do? And back in my day, Shadow Mewtwo was the thing. What the hell do you have a shadow in the Eternatus before? It's like, no, it's gotta be Shadow Arceus at one point, That's gonna be amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Man, the 10-year anniversary it's gonna be wild. I don't know. We definitely got a plan for that. So we'll figure it out.
10 years.
10 years. We're getting closer to the 9 years. Almost 10. That's crazy to think that this game is like that. But hey. I'm in it for the long run, I guess.
Time flies.
Yes, that flies. It's crazy. And we've been doing this for 5 years, at least. That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, not too bad of an event. Let's move on to the next one. I know Chris is excited about this one.
Am I? Oh yeah.
I love the reaction.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it. Yeah. May Community Day is a beloved Pokemon, Pawmi. If you played Scarlet and Violet, I feel like you pretty much have definitely gotten this shiny.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a sandwich user, as most people are.
Most of us. The better of us.
So, very funny to see this. When is it going to take place? Sunday, May 11th, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time.
Pause.
And it is Pawmi, the mouse Pokemon. Yeah.
It's Mother's Day.
Mother's Day? What a weirdo. Is Pawmi a mother?
No.
Is Pawmot a mother? I don't think it is.
I love that you get my joke, but this is happily happening in Mother's Day. On Mother's Day on Sunday.
Very strange.
No, that's just Pokemon GO not actually knowing the dates. They could have just done it on a Saturday, it would have been fine. But no, it has to be a Sunday. and nobody's gonna go out because they're all spending it with their mother and above.
At least it's like not the craziest Pokemon for Mother's Day then, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I like the shiny. And plus, it's a new Pokemon.
There's worse Pokemon it could be, but it is kind of funny.
Yeah. So, yep. Anyways, continue on.
Yep. Featured attack. So when you evolve Pawmo, which is Pawmi's evolution, all the way to Pawmot, the third evolution, during the event, you'll get a Pawmot that knows the charge attack Brick Break, which is interesting, I suppose.
It is a fighting type, though.
Yes. Community Day special research for $1.99 US dollars or the equivalent pricing tier in your local currency. You'll get a Community Day exclusive special research, and you can complete it to get 3 encounters with Pawmi that have the Might and Mastery themed special backgrounds, additional encounters with Pawmi, which I thought was already there, but I guess it's just ones without the background. And then 1 premium battle pass and 1 rare candy extra large and even more goodies. So they're going to be putting that forward soon. But yeah, definitely claim everything you can out of that before the Pawmis run out. Then there's going to be Community Day special background timed research that we get. This is the free one that you just got to catch a Pokemon every day or something.
Yeah.
And
that's what we talked about. That's how I got my shiny.
Yeah, it's still extremely rare.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But don't forget, trainers, you can evolve Pawmi's evolution during the week following the event to get a Pawmot that knows the charged attack Brick Break, which is very interesting.
Yeah, so they give us a couple of extra days to do the evolution, so it's actually better than the 5 minutes we had back in the first community today.
Yeah, I forget about that all the time. The event bonuses. Limited time evolution requirement. You can evolve Pawmo into Pawmot after exploring 1 kilometer with Pawmo as your buddy, which before I believe it was a lot further. I just don't remember how far.
It is 20 kilometers.
20. Holy cow. So definitely keep switching them to evolve whatever you want to evolve. Shinies, PvP, Hundos. There's going to be a 1/4 egg hatch distance when eggs are placed in an incubator during the period. 2 times candy for catching Pokemon. 2 times chance for trainers level 31 and up to receive candy extra large from catching Pokemon. Make sure you set your megas. Lure modules activated during the event will last for 3 hours. So get your Appletons,
Oh, yeah.
Incense, excluding daily adventure incense activated during the event, will last for 3 hours. Take a few snapshots during the community day for a surprise. It might be Pawmi, who knows. 1 additional special trade can be made for a maximum of 2 for the day. And trades will require 50% less Stardust. Very, very nice. Field research, obviously, catch Pawmi, and you will receive rewards such as Stardust, Great Balls, additional encounters with Pawmi, and more. So get out there, get spinning those quests, so you can get some extra encounters. That's, in my opinion, the easiest way to get a Shundo.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be Pokestop showcases. Keep your eyes peeled. Get that first place. Pokemon GO Web Store Ultra Community Day box will be available, featuring 5 Ultra Balls and 1 special research ticket on the Pokemon GO Web Store. So you'll get the same exact stuff as we talked about before, but you'll also get 5 Ultra Balls extra if you get it on the web store. Event bundles. 2 Community Day bundles will be available in the shop. 1350 Pokecoins will get you 50 Ultra Balls, 5 Super Incubators, and 1 Elite Charge Gem, and 5 Lucky Eggs. Okay. And then for 480 Pokecoins, you will get 30 Ultra Balls, 1 Incense, 3 Super Incubators, and 1 Lure Module. Not bad. Not must buys, though. So, if you want to. And look for Community by You. They say to use Campfire. So, good luck. But I think it's an all right one. Definitely not the craziest community day.
I'm actually going to try to ask the network for a few things.
Okay.
Back in the during the times that we had like the 4-star raid battles for community days and all that stuff, there was an announcement that said that if you check in a community ambassador meetup for any of the community days or anything, you do get the ability to have the special research story for free. Which I believe that was before the price change of $199.
I want to say
$199.
I could be wrong, but I think that was before they started doing the backgrounds.
Right. That's the reason why the price also went up, because we got the chances of the background. So it's a possibility since they are not being advertised, and I'm sure that nobody. I mean, I know there's a lot of changes going on too, so I'm pretty sure that they're not giving free stuff anytime soon. Aside from a lot of the community ambassadors, which we actually have. So thank you so much for actually being a community ambassador. But that doesn't, change the fact that they took away that feature too. So I got all the free stuff, I guess. So it's not bad. But Pawmi, I mean, Pikachu clone, not bad. It has a pretty niche evolution line and typing, if you know what you're doing. But it's not like it's going to break the game anytime soon, unless there's a buff in some attack moves or anything like that for it. So definitely something to keep in mind. Just like any other community today, go out and play. Don't play during the time that you're actually supposed to hang with your mother if you have a mother. But yeah, I don't know. I'll play, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to really hunt it down. I do have 2 hundos. One of them is already a Pokémon. And I have one ready to go just for the evolution. So that's pretty nice, I guess. I don't have to worry about getting another hundo if that's the case. Or Shadow, but, I won't get that lucky. Anyways, let's get into the next piece of news here. It is Shadow Raid Day. Oh. Yeah, nobody was expecting this when it was announced.
No, this one completely caught me off guard when I'm looking at it.
I was like, really? Why? I don't remember if I actually talked about this, but it was part of the news blog, so I'll just go with it. It is Shadow Regigigas. As for your Shadow Raid Day, who wants this? Also on a Saturday, May 17th, which I'll be working until
my birthday?
Oh. Well, you say you had something to do that day, though, right?
A little bit.
I'll get off at 2:30, so I'll see you somewhere if you want to go around. Anyways, it is from 2 to 5. Event bonuses, of course, up to 5 additional raid passes from swinging Pokestops gyms. Increased chance of encountering shiny Regigigas from Shadow Raids. That's not like going to break the game anyways. Regigigas caught via Shadow Raids during the event may have a higher attack, defense, and HP. It is BS because it's only literally 1 from the 666 to the 777. BS. Ritual raid passes can be used to participate in Shadow Raids during the event. So, I mean, it is nice if you really don't want to do it. I really don't know if I want to do it, but I guess it's an event. The remote raid pass limit will be increased for 20, starting on Friday, May 16, all the way to Saturday, May 17 at 8 p.m. local time, or actually Pacific time. So, wait, did they just screw over Pacific or Hawaiian time or something? They just screw over anybody in the Hawaiian time zone or something like that.
What the heck?
I'm so sorry for anybody who's in Hawaii right now. But what the hell? You just literally destroyed the ability to do the remote raid passes. I guess you can do literally 20 raid passes as of a Friday off. For either one of you, so you'll have literally the entire 24 hours for you to do it, and from Hawaii. So I mean, it still feels a little pushover, to say the least, to not.
Yeah.
To just say it's like, hey, the only time zone we have left is the Pacific time. So I'm like, unless they're the ones to start it, but it's not possible. Anyways, time research, or at least free time research, will be available. Completed to get your rewards with 10,000 Stardust, 1,000 additional Stardust from raid battles, a total of 2,000 and 3,000 with the event ticket, and more. You do get the event ticket bonuses for $4.99 if you want to buy it. This will include an additional 8 raid passes for a total of 14 for the day. Increased chance of getting rare candy XL from raid battles, 50% more experience from raids, and 2 times Stardust from raid battles. This bonuses will be effective on Saturday 17 from 2 to 5. So not through the remote raids and stuff. You can also buy the ticket from the web store, and you get a premium battle pass Thank you, Lord. It is a raid day, so at least, give me one extra for $5. And discover even more about your Pokemon. It says, you may have noticed that a new battle tab is now available in the view and Pokemon in the Pokédex. The new tab allows trainers to easily review a Pokemon's resistance, weakness, and attacks it can learn. Yeah, it is kind of nice.
That's interesting. Yeah, especially for the attack.
Yeah, so, just go to the Pokédex, and then you can see that feature there if you click on a Pokemon or something. It's like a tap or something you can swipe, which is nice. All right, Chris, I know you'll be happy about this one.
Oh, yeah, I remember talking about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well. Punch above your weight and challenge Gigantamax Machamp in a new Max Battle Day. Very, very cool. Gigantamax. I think it's very hard for them to mess up Gigantamax Pokemon. I don't think there's really any I'm not that excited about.
Can I tell you?
What?
Can I tell you that there actually was one thing that they messed up in Gigantamax?
What?
Did you actually do Snorlax?
No, sadly.
Okay. Yeah, so the cash circle was not in the right place. So you literally... So the moment you grab the ball and just like slightly move it to the direction of the Snorlax, it would just like launch it across the screen. So nobody can get an excellent throw on this. If you had an excellent, you needed video proof that you could, because there is no way you could have gotten an excellent. There is not even a way you could have launched that ball any way, shape, or form to even get a nice, unless you actually were doing a normal throw. No, you had to launch it like at the corner of whatever right or left of how you throw it, and then you just slightly flick it, like slightly, like even the smallest little tap, you just flick it. Not even that. It's like just slightly move it.
And they didn't feel like they needed to do a fix or anything on it.
They gave the early time zones because there were actually another problem with the spawns of it. So usually all the power spots that were active had the Snorlax, but in the earlier time zones there was only like 1 or 2 at a time. So they just gave them an extra like hour or two another day or something. But not they did fix this the cash cycle by then, but that was like a week after the event ended. And and everybody was mad. Anyways, that was the only rant that I have about Snorlax, which I'm sure you heard it in the last podcast. But yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, super cool Gigantamax. That is very funny though. I wish I could have seen that. This will be taking place Sunday, May 25th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. It will be in 6-star max battles, so definitely bring tons and tons of people. Make sure you're going to well-populated places. And it cannot be transferred to Pokemon Home. No Gigantamax Pokemon can right now.
Yet.
Event bonuses. Max particle collection limit will be increased to 1,600 for the event. All Pokemon Power Spots will host Gigantamax battles. Power Spots will refresh more frequently. 8 times max particles from Power Spots. And 2 additional special trades will be available. The following bonuses will be active on May 25th from 12 a.m. to 5 p.m. 2 times max particles from Exploring, and 1/4 adventuring distance to receive said max particles. I definitely recommend claiming those because it just makes it super, super easy to do all the battles for the Machamps.
Mm-hmm.
Timed research. There will be timed research available leading into the event. It should already... No,
we have the ones for Suicune right now.
Yeah, I'm tripping. These will be available from May 19th at 6 p.m. until May 25th at 5 p.m. local time. They will give you tasks that will award candy and max particles to help power up your team. And it will also give you a Dynamax Beldum, which is just a very fun Pokemon to have, too. So
I mean, I got the Hundo, so I'm okay with that.
What? You got the Hundo Dynamax? I forgot about that.
I know, right?
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it can be shiny, so keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, event ticket for the U.S. Equivalent of $4.99, either in the U.S. or in your local currency. You'll be able to get a timed research that will give you a max mushroom and 25,000 XP. The max mushroom you can use to make a max battle like a lot easier. So use at your discretion. It will not let you solo it. You won't be able to fight it with 4 people, but it will make it definitely easier.
Mm-hmm.
2 times XP from max battles will also be available, and max particle collection limit will be increased to 5,600 for the event. Literally from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday, May 25th. So use it, buy at your discretion. If you buy it on the web store, it will also give you a bonus max particle pack at no additional cost. I think this is definitely one of the times you for sure want to buy it on the web store.
Oh yeah, the max particle pack really does help out. So,
it's basically the equivalent of getting an extra raid pass. So that's super cool. And yeah, it just tells you a little bit about max mushrooms on here. And yeah, definitely fun event. I think that Gigantamax Pokemon are just a really fun event to do.
It is definitely more efficient to play this kind of events when you have these Pokemons appearing more frequently like that. We don't have that many, but they're almost the same amount of Pokemons we have for Megas in the end of the day. So actually, let me look at that. Let me just.
You seeing which have more?
How many Gigantamax Pokemons are they? 32 species actually. So that's pretty nice. And then Mega, we have okay, so 32 out of 48 plus whatever is gonna be added with Pokemon CA pretty soon. So definitely gotta be a discrepancy between the two, but it is something to do every now and then. So it's kind of nice. It's an event within an event within an event and within an event. So it's pretty nice in the end of the day. 32 species. This includes, of course, the starters. I believe. Oh yeah, when we have El Creamy, that'll be interesting. Just because it's psychic type, or not? No, sorry, a fairy type. And whenever that comes out in the game. So, anyways, I mean, I can rant on, but this is a cool event anyway, so we'll leave it at that in the end of the day. All right, and then we have another event that was announced. Actually, this happened like Monday, so it's kind of nice. It is Finish Strong with your Urshifu during Final Strike Go Battle Week. Final Strike Go Battle Week starts on Wednesday, May 21st at 10 a.m. to Tuesday, May 27th at 8 p.m. local time. The Meister Mastery special research after the season-long training with Kofu is ready to evolve into Urshifu, which that means that will give us the ability to evolve it. The next installment of the special time research story will be available to all trainers at the beginning of the start of the event. Trainers can complete tasks to earn mysterious components, good food candy, encounters with event-team Pokemon like Charcadex with special background and more. What? That's cool. And then this can be claimed at no cost until Tuesday, June 3rd. But you definitely want to open the game as soon as possible if you can. Pokemon debuts: Urshifu Single Strike and Urshifu Rapid Strike. Hoo-ha! So, how do we get these Pokemons, you may ask? You can evolve Kutfu into Urshifu Single Strike with 200 Kutfu candies after you defeat 30 Dark-type Pokemons in raid or max battles with Kutfu as your buddy. You do not have to defeat the Pokemon with Kutfu though. Same thing, Urshifu Rapid Strike. You'll need the 200 Kutfu candy after you defeat 30 water types in raids or max battles as Kutfu as your buddy. So a lot of people are actually talking about this part, and before I continue on with the bonuses of the events and things like that, people are like, oh my goodness, 30 raids, 30 things. I'm like, you guys have to understand, you get a free raid pass at no additional cost regardless. So that's at least one extra one that you can use. And the max particles are free to do if you find water types or the other one, or the dark types in max battles. All of that is for free. At best, within the few days that you have to do this event, you might actually get lucky to at least get one of the Urshifu's to evolve at that point.
Yes.
You do have it to have it as your buddy, so make sure you are ready for that in that sense. All right, event bonuses. 2 times experience for winning raid battles, increased chance of encountering shiny Meditite, shiny Stunky, and shiny Marini from, I guess, any encounter. But also, upon completing the free time research, the following bonuses will unlock, which is 1 extra free raid pass per day. Oh my god.
Another thing to help out with that thing you're talking about.
Definitely. And so 6 days for this event, you definitely can actually make the mat to make sure you can do a free to play Urshifu evolution. While encounters, we have Mankey, Seal, Galarian, Zigzagoon, Meditite, and Froakie. And some trainers may even encounter the following: Dino and Nickit. Actually, it's been a while since I've seen a Dino, now that I think about it. I don't know why Seal is in the pool, but whatever. I guess it's a water type.
I'll take it, man. It's been so long since that guy has been spawning.
Yeah. Raids will have Carvana, Stunky, and Marini. 3-star raids will have Lapras, Sisu, and Samurott, and Bombardier. To note, at least, one of them is a water type. Actually, 2 of them is a water type, and 2 of them are dark types. So it helps either way.
Well, they're all water and dark type.
So, okay, no. So Lapras is a water type, water ice. Yeah. Hisu and Samurott is dark and water. Ooh. And Bombardier is dark and flying. Mm-hmm. So if you do correctly, and if you want to evolve it into 2, you might as well do all this Hisu and Samurott as possible. Because it counts for both.
It definitely narrows it down. I just hope it lets you choose easier.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just gotta be like, hey, choose this, choose that. But you only have 2 Urshifus. I only have 1 because I did not buy the special research story ticket for $8. I wanted to save money, man. Okay. So
we'll get more.
Yeah. Field research stacks rewards with encounters with the event team Pokemons. Feature attacks. Okay, I did not know this. Evolve certain Pokemon throughout the event to know some feature attacks. Mankey, evolve into Primate, will know the charge attack Rage Fist. Seal, evolve into Dugong, will know the fast attack Ice Shard. Oh ho ho. Swallows, evolve into Hydreigon, will know Brutal Swing. Frogadier into Greninja will also know Hydro Cannon. And Lapras encounters in Raid and Field Research will know the charge attack Ice Beam. That's kind of nice. I mean, it is kind of like the fighting styles. So, time research. Free time research will be available to award you with rare candy, cooked food candy, encounters with event team Pokemons with special backgrounds, including Meditite, Stunky, and Marine, and way more. I know I lost Chris, so give me a second. I'll eventually get him back. I got him back. I don't know. Streamlabs just doesn't like it these days. So
I think it's where I put my feet by my computer, but I'm not sure.
What your camera is? Camera USB?
Yeah, but I put them in a different area. I think we're good.
Okay. All right. Well, as I mentioned before, rare candy, cut food candy, encounters with team Pokemon special backgrounds, including Meditite, Stunky, and Marini, and more. So that's pretty nice for the free time research, really. But you can also buy the ticket for $1.99, and you get 2 premium battle passes, 4 lucky eggs, 1 max particles, and encounters with Meditite, Stunky, and Marine, and more. It is only $1.99, so it's not that bad, I guess. Pay time research Fushy Fighters. Okay, so this is an $8 one. Holy crap. And this is actually pretty nice. So you can play throughout the separate special research and encounter Dynamax Kufu again. Please note that trainers who purchase and receive the special research during the powerful potential event cannot receive it again. So you technically only get 2. And I'm really tempted to get the second one now. So, special rewards include 1 incense, 2 premium battle passes, 1 star piece, encounter with a seasoned team Pokemon, a rare encounter with Dynamax Kufu, and more. I mean, I gotta finish the collection, right? I might as well get both of them. My first Urshifu is actually pretty good too. It's just like a 14, 15, 14 or something. So
Mine wasn't that good.
yeah, so you got
Something I think is interesting is they're gonna have to do Gigantamax Urshifu in the future. So I'm curious if we're gonna have something special for that and be able to turn our Dynamax ones into that, or if that's gonna be its own thing.
maybe eventually they'll give us the max soup.
Maybe, because I don't see them forcing us to like raid or buy a brand new Urshifu after making us pay $8 for that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think at some point in some kind of special season story or something, once this one comes to pass, probably in the near future or something like that, we'll have the ability to Gigantamax them, which is also nice. But it is 2 of the 30 something that we have to do anyways. So
Yeah.
unless they give us the ability to fight for it, but a legendary like that, I don't know. It may seem like there's not much going on the first part. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting if they ever do. So showcases, of course, are available, and then the ticket can also be bought in the web store for an additional 3 bonus max revives this time at no additional cost. All right, Scuffle, you got some work to do. Anyways, so it actually seems like a pretty fun event. Really, the Go Battle Week is always a fun event in its own regards when it comes down to just in general. But adding on top of this that you can do some max battles, raids, and everything like that to potentially get your Urshifus like this, I'd say it's an okay event. You know, very okay indeed. All right, let's finish up with one of the best Community Day classics in the world. Maybe.
Machamp.
Is
Oh,
it
sorry. I meant to say Beldum, like as a joke, but then I actually said what it was.
Oh man, we suck at this after 5 years, but you know. Yes, so this is, you know what, I'm just going to skim through this because I feel like it's just so much information anyways. This is happening on Saturday, May 24th to 2 to 5. A Machamp will be the featured Pokemon in the wild. Evolve to know the Charge Attack Payback, which I feel like we actually had this a lot earlier in the last few years, but I think it's been a while since the last time. Can you check on when was the last time you had a Machamp from Community Day?
Let me just look it up. Yeah.
I mean, you can just, yeah. Anyways, special Community Day special research story, 199. Of course, you can buy it to get the encounters with Machamp and has a special background for the season. Community Day keep background time research, special background time research, which is a continuous time research. And then bonuses, 3 times catch Stardust for this event. Lure modules, insets will last for 3 hours, and snapshots for Community Day. Field research task, again, all the shabam. Some of them can even have the special background ones. Ultra Community Day box, 199 in the box for people to buy it if you want to. And that's pretty much it. And again, I didn't really highlight this Pokemon too much because who doesn't have this until Gigantamax comes out too? So, you know. So
It originally came out as the first Community Day of 2021 in January.
it's been
So
4
been a
years. Holy Jesus. That's
But keep in mind, we did have it a few times as the Community Day Classic and stuff like that. Or sorry, in like December.
yeah. Ah man, it's been 4 years. I mean,
That is crazy though, huh?
well, I guess you know we did start the COVID stuff and everything back in the day too. So I mean, it's been 5 years since COVID too. So that's when we still had the chance to play like many hours throughout this community or something. But anyways, we won't get too much into it. Play as you may will. This is another Saturday event for you guys. So I don't know. I'll figure out if I want to go out or not. All right. You know what? Actually, I forgot about one few things. There's some miscellaneous stuff that we probably didn't cover just because it is part in the last few days of the event of the week. The Power ticket, May is part of if you buy, of course, the $15 one, you get this automatically throughout the season and all that stuff. So you already have one for May, and then the Max Rewards road. The May reward roads for May has been updated. So if you buy things in the web store, you get some rewards in the goodies out there for extra, no additional cost in that sense. And one final thing before I forget. the people who are actually place testing the tour pass from other sides of the world is actually being added to a lot of people. So I think there are some people in the United States who have the ability to see that. I definitely did not get the chance to play with it, but it's just a tour pass. I mean, you get encounters with your Veltal this time around. Before it was Cernius.
Oh,
And
I saw some people doing that.
And that's the reason why Yveltal and Cernius are banned from Great League GVL. Because they can get as low as less than 1,500. So that do as you will when it comes down to the information. All right, final thing. Get good, get wrecked. Here we go. CBL, have you actually been playing?
Just a tiny bit. I was not good. I was getting my booty handed to me. I had a quest for winning one battle in GBL, and it was not happening.
It took like 5.
I was like, I was getting my butt handed to me, man.
All right, so there is real quick before I forget about this kind of information. We did have a regional in Milwaukee, or something like that. Sorry for butchering the Milwaukee. Thank you. Is out of pocket actually winning from all the way from the losers bracket. So that's for you guys. Using a team of Shadow Feraligatr, Jumpluff regular, Malamar, Lapras, Diggersby, and Tinkaton. Tinkaton definitely has Ryerson in the Go Battle League for those reasons. So maybe it's time to power up one up, and maybe you can win some games there, Chris. Eventually.
That's the play.
But congratulations.
I didn't find a single one of those.
That were in X. That were in 7km X.
Yeah. Oh no, sorry. What I mean is, I didn't fight any of those when I was losing.
Yeah.
So they're definitely still rare, I think, in the GBL.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so congratulations to Out of Pocket for the original win. It is now time for Worlds pretty soon. Actually, it's actually a few months away.
Until you get higher tier, I mean, for anyone that calls me out.
That too. Anyways, so all right. Real quick before we end the podcast, because we do have some 1 minute TCG Pocket information, because we love TCG Pocket right now. The new rank season has started. I'm still in Ultra 3 because I keep going up and down no matter how much I try for a good deck. I am using both either Solgaleo EX as a main core deck that put me through a lot. And then I have a new Snorlax Giratina deck with Greninja.
I did see that deck was definitely making its rounds.
Yeah, so I'm trying my best to see if I can get to Masters. Of course, once I hit Masters, I feel like that's going to be it. But, it's nice. I did complete my immersive. So I did got both Lily and Guzma immersive art.
Bruh.
Don't ask me how much I spent for that, but anyways. But it's nice to actually see both trainer cards in that. My goal is to at least get the immersive and then just free stuff for the rest of the season.
That's fair.
As far as I know, there's gonna be a new set, of course, at the end of the month, and it's revolving about Ultra Beasts for the looks of it. So that's gonna be interesting when they do come out.
That's hilarious because people did not really care about Ultra Beasts when that set came out.
Well, now they will, and it's time to see them. So, and that's pretty much it. I'm just glad. Anything for you on the Pocket side?
Nothing really crazy. Just made my first showcase not too long ago, and I think that's been fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, that's pretty nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Is there anything else that you think that we may need to cover before the end of today's podcast?
The only thing I'm curious of is if anyone listening has found a decent chunk of extra large Magikarp. Let me know if you've seen any extra smalls. Part of me feels like they forgot to turn the switch on them. or maybe the fact that there's female and male versions of them, it messed with it a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. So keep an eye out, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. With that being said, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. You can always listen to us in any of the podcast services feeds: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, our radio. I know I messed that up already. Spotify and Amazon Music and many places to go. I know, right? It's Stitcher. Anyways, we would really appreciate it if you can leave us a review if you can in any of those feeds. Follow our social media, myself at Pure Let It Go, Chris at Pokemon Trigger Please, that's PKM and Trigger Please with a C at the end. And then Purified Podcast for anything Pokemon Go related if I ever get my butt going with that social. Anyways, email us anything, purifiedpodcast@gmail.com. Join our Discord if you can, if you want to. Of course, Patreon exclusive Discord for the Patreon. If you want to join us there, we will definitely be more active in that with Discord than our own itself. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to check us out at purifiedpodcast.com or patreon.com/Pokemon Professor for anything. And if you want to become a executive producer, we would greatly appreciate it. It will actually help us out a lot. Thank you. But yeah, that being said, Chris, take us away for the night.
All right. Okay. Hope you guys had a fantastic night of, with us talking about all the Pokemon news. I think the event's been fun, getting all the big and small Pokemon, getting all the ones we need a lot of candy for. And I think there is fantastic amount of Pokemon goodies for us to look forward to. Honestly, Pokemon Go is loaded, but, between all the other apps too. So, get out there, get catching, make friends, have fun, and make plans. See you guys next week. Maybe on time, who knows?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, keep purifying that, everybody. We'll see you guys hopefully in a Sunday edition of this podcast again. Have a good night.